and Shoe Devil and Amgor One, Daniel. Miss Lillian. Well, maybe I'm caught back up now. I don't know what that was all about. You're up all the way already. Hmm. I was wondering about you, Cat, and I figured it had to be getting pretty chilly up there. No, not right now. I've been outside though. I need to do something. Y'all just hang on a minute. Hey, Nathan, it's a cookie. Oh, you done got through with your harvest. I don't know. I bet you're glad. It's been too damn cold here. It's 20, I think 29 last night, 30 the night before. It's not supposed to get that cold tonight. You Mr. Mike. Don't blame you. I would have to. You mean the trailer was rocking for the wrong reason, huh, She Devil? TGIF. How you doing, girl? Oh, I got plenty of clothes that I can stay warm in. That's one thing about hunting gear. It's made for cold weather. Hello, James. toss around and have one of those, something like that. You drop it in your mouth. That's what make it short. Well, we'll try it again. I missed somebody. I am sorry, but I'm gonna try to catch you up here. On Rat Pack, Mr. James. Okay, Cookie. I appreciate you coming in, bud. Hope you're gonna have a good day tomorrow. What is so strange with the big coat? Well, I've been working on this camping trailer here. The furnace went out. I found out I had a squirrel. I thought it was a mouse or something. But a squirrel got up in the top of it. Oh, I'm set up in the other camper, but now I'm just tearing out this desk and stuff, getting ready to rebuild another one. I'll move this computer tomorrow. I got quite a bit. I'm not gonna get that hurt. We're supposed to get rain here tomorrow again. Only one on here that I know of that likes the rain to breathe. Ugh. Damn, James, you can keep that. I think I figured out part of this deal. They had to send me a new hotspot because the battery was blowing up in them. And I think they're putting a deal in this so when that battery gets full, it goes to kicking you offline. Ooh, that's not good. One good thing about this trailer, there's not any wood in the walls. It's all aluminum and foam, fiberglass. Hello, Jason. How you doing, darling? You like it rain, don't you, Bree? Huh. There's not anything better than real fire. Yeah, I'm gonna work on these campers now. 'Cause end of next month, I'm probably gonna be on the road for a while. Oh yeah, you can't beat a fireplace. It's just like your central heat and central air. Central air is all right. That central heat can't back up to it. That ain't nothing. You bragging or complaining, Janet? Not complaining. Janet, you a nudist? Yeah, somebody come on up here and keep me out of trouble. The way all these women in here talk, it'd be fun to watch them in the gym doing jumping jacks. I said in a gym. I guess I put the damn mic over. Now that better, Janet? We don't care if you got a bra on or not. I don't know if I want to be 18 again or not. There ain't no telling how bad I could screw it up the second time. And that's the first. You allergic to that, Janet? If you say so, James. I wouldn't want to go through some of the crap I've gone through to get to where I'm at now, though.
Hey, everyone.
What you doing, Linda?
Well, Blondie is getting up, standing up, her tail is wagging, and she didn't wet the bed. Yeah.
Always a good thing.
Yeah, she just crawled under the covers here a minute ago. Here, I'll show you real quick. Blondie, can you say hi? Say hi, everybody. Yeah, I'm dry. It's here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think she might make a recovery. Am I echoing?
I couldn't find Rocky a while ago. I was outside hollering at him and hollering at him and hollering at him. Where'd that stupid dog go? And I turned around and looked, and he was under every bit of the covers on the bed. Finally, he stuck his nose out. That's when I saw him.
Aw. Yeah,
I tell you what, him knocking himself out didn't slow him down any. Well, hello, Linda. Goodbye, Linda. You know, it don't seem to bother him too bad. He get out there and he does love when it's like it's been cold the last couple of nights. Get out there and lay in that sun.
Okay. Did I have echo? I tried to fix the echo.
Let me make sure I turned that off.
Okay.
Mine.
I was trying to find the chat, and then I heard the echo. I was trying to go for the comments. Look at the comments too here. Hi, everyone again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, no echo now. Okay, good. Yeah. Yeah, you know, when I was gone all summer, we had a lot of monsoons here. And for some reason, we had one a couple weeks ago, and I just thought, man, I got to get in that RV and look and see what's going on, because I know it had a little bit of a leak before, but I didn't get to it right away. And so it's getting bad, you know. I don't even know if I can even sell it, because it's, you know, I should do a video on it so you can see if you want to look at it. This guy that I go on his live stream, his name is TR Bolin. He knows a lot about RVs, and he just is redoing his whole entire RV. Well, not actually, it's a truck camper. He used to have a Class A, but now he just has a truck camper that he restored. And he does such a good job. Oh my God. But he said something about he was going to maybe relocate and move down to the Tucson area. So I don't know. I have a big tarp on the top of it now, so that if we do get more rain, it won't get any worse. But yeah, the whole top ceiling, well, not the whole top ceiling, but just when you walk into the right of where the AC is, that's where it was all leaking. And then it was all inside the that little part that goes underneath the AC. It must be that gasket is what I'm thinking. I don't know.
Yeah. That or your drain hose. Every once in a while, my air conditioners are leaking inside, and it'll. Well, I'm getting echo now. Have you got StreamYard on? I mean, YouTube.
I don't know what, I haven't done this in such a while. I don't know. What is it? Show myself and okay. Let me screenshot it. Because my memory is about like this. I
Yeah.
can't remember anything half the time. Let me look and see where I'm at here.
Now, I don't have echo now, so it's all right.
Okay. There, go
Yeah.
back to the comments.
Little weep holes on my air conditioner get stopped up, and it don't even have to be raining. Sometime I'll start getting a drip on the inside, and I'll have to get up there and clean them little weep holes out on that air conditioner.
Yeah, I took that. You know what? This one place that I took my big RV to, I asked him to do some things to it, but then I told him, I said, well, just go ahead and wait on a couple of things because I didn't have as much money as I thought I was going to have to spend. And I told his daughter, who was working there at the time, I said, tell your dad to cancel this, this, and this. And she didn't. And then he had done everything and he was supposed to fix the generator. He didn't even do anything to it. And lo and behold, the battery was dead when I got there. So he couldn't even show me that the generator was fixed. My generator still doesn't work on my big RV. So, and he charged me like $400, you know. How convenient was that the battery's dead and we can't get the, we can't get the generator started. I don't know. But yeah, well what happened when I was getting back to is I never had any leaks in my big RV. After I took it out of his shop, we had, I think it was like, it's been a couple years now though, but we had some rain. It was right before Christmas, and I had bought my grandkids a bunch of clothes, and I had them on the, in the bags and stuff on the floor in the RV to hide them. And
Hey, Kenny, what are you doing, buddy?
well, anyhow, I think he loosened the bolts to the AC unit because I had a bunch of leaking in there after that. So I took it off and I checked it. Sure enough, the bolts were loose.
Well, I'll tell you what, if my air conditioner ever goes out on this trailer, I think I'm gonna put a window unit in, and it's got heat strips in it. Where you
Yeah.
got both of them. Instead of putting one on the roof, then I'll seal that roof up. So, yeah. I don't know why they don't do that on more of them. I know on some of you talking about cab over campers, a lot of these cheaper cab over campers now are putting the air conditioner in, putting a window unit, but they're putting it inside in a chamber where it
Yeah.
doesn't stick out the wall,
Yeah. Well, I don't have any leaks typically in the big RV, but my daughter and her boyfriend helped me to reseal it probably about 2 years ago. And there was like a little hole in it because my neighbors had blown off the fireworks that year in the front yard, and some came over on my side, and I had a hole in it because when they were putting the Henrys on it, it was like going right down in the hole. I'm like, just wait, let me get some tape, and I put some of that Eternabond tape on it, and it was fine after that, but I don't know. The Toyotas are not built really well. They're not insulated very well either. So, I mean, they're okay for summer camping, and I took a lot of the old stuff out. Like I had a water heater in there that leaked, um, or the water pump or something. I don't know, something leaked anyhow. So I took it all out and I took, um, and re-gutted the whole thing out. And then I paid somebody to help me to rebuild it, but I don't know. But it's got a good motor in it. That's the thing. And I was like, well, if I could fix the little things, the cosmetic things to it, um, maybe I could just sell it, you know. But the motor runs really good. I mean, I've taken it probably about 5 or 6 times to Wisconsin and back. The only problem I ever had was I needed a fuel pump, and that's what I need now because it's been sitting so long and I didn't start it up all the time, and then it gets, I don't know, clogged or whatever. I don't know, but it needs a fuel pump. My mechanic friend came over. He said, "Linda, it needs a fuel pump."
You know, people don't realize that they fuss about these RVs, but hell, you got to do the same thing with a house. You got upkeep you got to do on them.
Yep, yep. I just replaced the roof on my house in Wisconsin about a month ago, and tree fell, or not, it didn't fall on it, but the big branch fell on it and crashed into the corner. And so I had to get a whole new roof on it. And we had a really, really bad hail here about 2 weeks ago. And the shingles started pulling away from the roof, you know. And so I'm going to call my insurance company here to see if they'll put a new roof on. A lot of people's shingles are coming off from all the wind we had. But yeah, if it's not one thing, it's another, you know.
Um,
I
I
just got
think
to.
somebody comes into this chat and goes to reading the damn chat, they're gonna think that we're all drunk.
Right.
Damn.
Richard Rubber heat roof wrong way. Ting tang. I didn't even notice. I was busy talking, I guess. But I'm trying to find somebody to come and replaster my pool right now. I haven't used my pool in probably 7 years or more. I had somebody come over and clean it, and they acid washed it. And you're never supposed to acid wash an older pool because it just made all the plaster bubble like crazy. So a guy was supposed to come over this morning, but he never showed up. And then I have another guy coming over tomorrow, which he came over one time before. So I'm hoping, keep my fingers crossed, that he will just replaster it for me, and that's it. Because my pump work, the pool pump works good. I just need it replastered and get it going so that I can get more money for my house because I'm going to move up to Prescott Valley. I'm going to get out of here. I got to get out of Phoenix. Got to get out of Phoenix. I
I
can't.
think you're right about that, Janice, about who flung the dung. I think it's the dung getting flung pretty damn good in chat.
Oh.
Hell, I can't believe Bree ain't chimed in yet. See, Bree, Lord the hell. Rat Pack, you know as much about it as I'll do. Lord.
Intercultural menu. Oh, man.
Yeah, I did get my doohickeys in today and got them in an incubator.
You got eggs in an incubator?
Yeah, I got quail eggs.
Oh, what'd you get? One of those chickabators?
One of those who?
My dad used to always get those Field and Stream magazines, and you can buy this little egg hatcher. It's just a little tiny thing, and they'll send you quail eggs in the mail. I did that one time, and one of them I hatched.
Now this thing, I got 38 quail eggs and pretty good size incubator. I'm gonna start raising.
Oh,
They're they're a contract. They weigh nearly a pound. They're not like a bobwhite. They're about 3 times as big as a bobwhite.
Little?
Well, they're big. They're like I say, nearly a pound. And Bob White don't weigh but like 8 or 10 ounces. Native
Oh,
quail. But these
so
things, the reason
I
I got started on it was that I'm allergic to eggs. If I eat regular eggs, my stomach could just kill me. And they claim these quail eggs won't do that.
so
So
you got them for laying eggs?
yeah, that uh, one hen's supposed to lay 300 eggs a year.
Well, eggs are like $5, $6 a dozen.
Oh yeah,
I mean, that's crazy. Who'd think that eggs are so valuable? You know? I mean, really. I mean, we got them for the other day at my son's work. They were like, I want to say like $3.99. And then he gets his discount from Safeway. But yeah, I couldn't believe. I think one of the cartons of eggs was like $7.
good lord.
I was like, gotta be kidding me for a fucking egg, really? You know? I
Yeah, I
mean,
think they're like 3.5 here or something like that. Not that
everything's expensive in Arizona right now. I mean, our gas, when I went on my trip to the Midwest, the gas was cheap on the way there. It was pretty cheap when I went through all the different states, but come back to Arizona, it's still high.
I
But
knew gas was going to go down around that around the election. They play them gas prices by the influence folks. Hello, Amy, how you doing, girl?
hey, Amy.
Here's Miss
Yeah.
Kenny.
Yeah.
Howdy, y'all.
Hello, Kenny.
Hi, Kenny.
Howdy.
Addy.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. Quail eggs are $9.20 a dozen. Wow.
Speaking of quail eggs, I've actually had pickled quail eggs, and they're actually pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
some of
I don't think I've ever ate a quail egg. I've had brown eggs, but I
The
guess they're the same.
pickled quail eggs are really good. Now, I tell you one egg I've been wanting to try that I was told was better, even better than chicken eggs, was duck eggs.
I
dude.
don't know.
Hello, Michael Ann, Miss
Hey,
Lillian.
Michael Ann. Yeah, pickled eggs is good. Pickled eggs, pickled sausages, pickled okra.
I tell you what, I didn't realize how many different recipes there were to pickle them quail eggs. Man, they got quail eggs. They got everything in the world. I had to try some of that. You
I don't
you
think
don't
I've
Hey, Lillian, I'm just taking it one day at a time, Lillian. That's all I'm doing.
you don't have to worry about coloring these for Easter. They're black, white, and blue, and every color in the rainbow on them eggs. But I got 36 of them and put in that incubator today, so we'll see what happens here in 20 days.
Yeah, I know somebody up in Sholo that used to have a bunch of quail eggs and regular chicken eggs too. They were better eggs when they get, when they're raised, home raised or whatever, rather than when they're in a
This
farm.
this is the biggest uh, breed that they got. They call them a jumbo wild brown, I think it is, and they lay the biggest eggs and get big body wise.
Mm.
When I get through with this batch, Diane, they're supposed to start laying eggs when they're like 5 or 6 weeks old, and yeah, I'll find a cracked egg and name it Janet.
Hey, yeah, I've been talking backstage after my live. We had a discussion backstage, so yeah, so
Uh, it should be an interesting project anyway. You talking about redoing campers? I got that new cab over of mine, and I done went in there and started changing a bunch of stuff up in it, and getting it ready to go. Trying to get my stuff to where I can just hook up to it and go.
I wish I could build a camper for my truck.
And
Whoa. What was that?
there's a lot of people. I built one, built two.
What was that?
I built one when I was pulling them RVs, and I lived in that thing for 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, if it's, I don't know. I don't know how to do all that kind of stuff. You know, I mean, I can help, but I can't do it myself. You know,
Cab overs are high.
yeah, I got that high top shell on my truck right now. There was a camper. It was like a homemade camper. It was real cute too, and some guy in Utah was selling it, and I was going to drive to Utah to buy it, but then, you know, one minute he said, yeah, somebody else was looking at it, and then the next minute it was like it was gone. You know, I was, because I was like really interested. I was going to get in the truck and go, you know, but it wasn't in the cards, so I don't know. I got the shell, but I might take my RV out to Quartzsite this if I go out this winter. Just depends on my dog. Just, you know, how well she does, as far as, because I can't go out there if she's, you know, if she can't hold her bladder and stuff, and I got to clean her and all that kind of stuff. You know, it'd be too hard to boondock and do that if I don't have, you know, access to cleaner and stuff. Well, but
Amy, what in the heck is a bark box?
oh, a bark box. That's
Probably
for dogs.
probably something to keep the dog from barking, sounds like.
Maybe something to shock him or something when he barks.
Bark box.
Lillian, he's improving some, but he's still got a long way to go. He it's still gonna be 6 to 10 weeks probably. As of right now, before he can actually come out of the facility. It all depends on him. He has to put forth the effort. If he wants out of there, he's gonna have to push through. I mean, that's just that plain and simple. And he's. I mean, it's just. I mean, it's. That's the only way he's going. If he wants out there, he's going to put his mind to it and get it in gear.
Where
whether it hurts or not.
where does he have
Don't
it?
drink that, Kenny.
Do what now, Ron?
I said, don't drink that.
Don't get me too tickled, because I'm about to lose my voice as it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Where is that that thing on his, what did you say, it's on his leg?
Yeah, it's on his right leg.
Like on his
Hello, Mark.
thigh or his calf?
It's his shin above the foot.
Oh.
And the skin is, you can see where it's all broke, and the skin's broke all the way around it. And yeah, it doesn't look very pleasant. And like I said, they recently, like I said, the hospital didn't even send no kind of instructions, no nothing to this other rehab facility to let them know what they need to be doing. And so, and they recently, Friday, somebody has something else open because I hear myself twice. But anyway,
Let me go check. I'll be back. Mike.
but anyway, I they recently, Friday was the first day that they had changed his bandage since he been in the hospital. He'd been in the hospital 7 to 10 days prior before they moved him to this facility last Monday. So he's been at this new facility since a week. It's a week today, actually.
Mm.
So they just changed his bandage Friday, and I'm thinking it should be changed more often than that.
Kenny,
Huh?
a lot of the time on a wound like that,
Yeah.
they leave a bandage on there where the skin starts growing through that bandage, and it's what they call debriefing. When they take that bandage off, then it pulls all that dead tissue off. So a lot of the time on a bad wound, they won't dress it every day. They do that and try to leave it where it grows through that gauze. And then when they strip it off, they put saline on it, soften it up, and then pull it off, and it debriefs that dead tissue. So that might not have been as bad as you think it is.
Well, this thing was supposedly, of course, I didn't really see it at the beginning when it first started, but from what I understand, this thing was literally, it was the skin had literally broke.
Did he even know he had it?
Well,
Hello, Roy and Becky.
Hey, Roy and Becky. He looked down one day. This is while I was gone. He looked down, and I'd called, and I personally myself had called and checked on him at least every day, or at least, if not every day, at least every other day.
Yeah.
And because I'm one of these that I don't want him far out of my sight without, because I know his age and things and his health issues, and I want to know what's happening, how he's doing, and things, make sure he's all right, and things like that. But anyway, he had I called him one day, I think it was like on a Saturday, I'd called him. And this is while I was in Disney. And he looked down at his leg, and all of a sudden, he started seeing black blood, and the skin had broke. And he's like, he didn't think nothing of it. I told him, I said, Dad, I'd feel better if you went and got it checked, because he's the type of person who's going to wait until it's about too late to do anything. So no, I said, Dad, I said, remember what happened to your last one? You lost your last one because you lost your last one because you waited too late until the skin broke on the big toe, and and then the infection got all through your bloodstream and the leg itself, and they had to amputate the leg. So, therefore, if he didn't go this time as quick as he did, it would have been too late again, and he would have had to amputate his right one, and he would have had an amputee, and so therefore, so far so good, they've been able to save it because it hadn't got to the bone yet. So the infection has not gotten to the bone. And Diane Phoenix knows that P word that it begins with. I don't even know how to even pronounce it. Don't even ask me.
Good night, Lillian.
Anyway,
Good night, Lillian.
Good night, Lillian. So, anyway, he's on the mend now, and now he's just working on trying to build up his strength. They got him on strong antibiotics. I had him on IV antibiotics, and then they had now they got him on oral antibiotics, and so far so good. It's been working, but at the same time too, he's diabetic on top of that, so he don't heal as fast. And so, but he's going to just take, they're going to take time, but he's on the mend of yeah, and what it is, it was bleeding black blood, and he had maggots coming out of it at the same time. And they were coming, from what I understand, maggots was coming out of it by the thousands. It was coming out like crazy. And but anyway, they cleaned it up, but it's still, when they undid the bandage, changed it Friday, it still didn't look that great. It still looked terrible and looked very painful. It is very painful to the touch. And yeah, you know, when you hear him holler, you know what you've you know you've touched that sensitive area. So yeah.
Does he not have any home health care or anything, Kenny, that they come and check him over?
No, not right now.
Not even for his like foot care.
No, he's been doing it all on his own. But he goes to VA podiatry ever so often. He was going to wait until the following Monday on the 7th to go. When I said no, I said, you better go now and get it looked at. So
yeah.
So yeah, it's
they'll probably send him over to wound care or something after.
Wound care has been taking care of it while he's been at the hospital, and now, and they've been. I don't know. I haven't smelled it, so I don't know. I don't know if it smells like bleach or not.
Kenny,
I don't even want to smell it if it does.
Kenny, I had a brother-in-law that was bad diabetic, and he fell and broke his leg on a horse. The bone came through the outside the shin, and he lived, oh Lord, probably 15 years after that, and they never did get that wound completely sealed off. You know, they get it closed and it bust back open. You know, it may be a long, drawn-out deal.
You know, I know this one guy that's a nomad. I met him probably about 4 years ago, and he's a diabetic, and he had wounds as big as my hand. I kid you not, behind his knees and on his legs. And I helped him. He stayed at my house for a short time. And I called up his doctor in the wound care, and they sent a nurse out here. And he had probably the same thing as what your dad has, plus he had staph and something else too. Let me tell you, it was bad. And I told the nurse even before she took the dressing off, because I was putting the dressing on, I said, this isn't like a normal little wound. This is a wound. Like it was as big as my hand behind his knee. I kid you not. It was like awful. The smell, it was dripping on the floor. It was bad. You could see like the bone almost. They wanted to amputate, but he wouldn't let him amputate. And I haven't really talked to him or seen him in a long time, so I don't even know anymore. So it's
Yeah.
What
bad.
happened?
So far, so good. They've been able to say, they've been able to save this. He's had it for 22 years, the leg
Yeah.
itself, but this recently just started. Of course, he's been putting cream on his foot and stuff because for some odd reason due to the neuropathy, and he doesn't have any feeling in it. So
Yeah, that's what
in
they
the
get.
foot in the foot at all. So he's got neuropathy and nerve damage in there and things. And but they um they were able they're able to save it. So and so yeah, that um and he's and like I said, his skin dries out on it, and but they've been giving him this type of cream to put on it, but it don't help. The cream doesn't help, and it still dries out. And he's been washing it and things, but it still don't. It still dry. His skin just still dries out, and I
They
mean,
have you ever heard of um Manuka honey?
no,
That's what that's what they use on people. It's supposed to be having healing properties of some sort, but that's what they tried on this guy. But this guy, his wounds were really super bad.
yeah,
So that didn't even work. But sometimes they use that Manuka honey.
yeah, but. But I mean, at least he's still got the leg, and they're able to like save it and stuff. So working on
Yeah.
it.
Hopefully it won't increase in size. That's the problem, you know.
Yeah, I tell you what, Paul is the VA. Did you tell me that there was somebody there that was going to check on his VA benefits and stuff?
I'm getting the ball. I've got people getting the ball rolling to where we can possibly get some extra benefits. Yeah. So
If he was in Vietnam, he ought to be able to go to 100% service connection. That'll make a lot of difference.
and I'm also possibly going to not only get extra benefits for himself, but for myself as well. So,
Offsprings that live with you, there's a, if you find the right person, uh, and go to VFW or here in Texas, Texas veteran, they
see,
know what they're doing.
yeah,
They can take that thing on up. We can
yeah.
talk about it, but they know what the law is.
I know Magnificent Germany with Darian and some others. There's some people that's getting the ball rolling, and talking, and we should be hopefully within the next couple of weeks should be able to get some extra help. Hopefully.
Yeah, that's good. It make a lot of difference money wise too, Kenny.
Yes, sir.
You know, and a lot of difference.
Yes, sir.
I think Paul should be about 100%. If he's 100%, I think the first of the year that goes to like $3,600 a month.
Yeah. Diane, the thing about with Dad's diabetes, he only has to take a shot when it gets above 200. The rest of the time, he's taking pills. And those pills usually work pretty good. He's usually taking 1,000 milligrams twice a day. So.
I used to be pregnant too, but since I've been taking that berberine stuff, my blood sugar's not, it's not very high anymore.
No, the percentage doesn't matter. If it's service connected, you go by percentage. It don't make any difference if you're a captain or
As of right now, he's at I think 70% percentage right now.
Yeah.
But we're trying to work on it to get it to where he's 100% coverage.
Well, if he's 70%, and I'll put this one in your cap a little bit. I help a lot of people with some of this stuff. But if he's 70%, he can file a deal that's called unemployability, and that'll kick him on the pay. That if he files an unemployability, that'll kick him on his pay all the way up to 100%. But he should be 100%. If he's 100%, all his medical, all his medicine, all that'll be paid for.
Well, he still gets all his medicine and things, all that stuff through the VA. And like I said, even if he goes to another hospital besides outside the VA, they will pay for that hospital visit as well.
Yeah, but when he goes to 100%, he gets dental, eyes, all that's paid for, and that's not paid for at 70.
Yeah.
You know, so it's worth checking on.
Well, you know, does your dad have high cholesterol?
They got him on blood pressure medicines and water pills and prostate pills, and yeah, I mean, you name it. He pretty much got a whole drugstore full of pills.
Yeah, because my ex-husband, they got him on I think they got him on what is it?
And for some reason, they've not been giving his medicine. For some reason, they're not giving him the medicines that he should be getting for some odd reason. And the doctor told me the other day that he was gonna. That's their cat, by the way, kicking the country's cat. But anyway, doctor told me the other day that he was going to call. He was asking me about some of the medicines that he's on. I said, "Well, I'd have to check his medicines at home because I can't remember them all right off the top of my head." But and I told him, I said, he asked me what VA hospital he uses, and I said it's the one in Johnson City, Tennessee. And I said that's because that's where we're originally from, Kingsport, and Kingsport's only about 20 minutes from Johnson City. So, But and I said, told him, I said, yeah, I said, you can call the VA and see if they can tell you what medicine he's supposed to be on, and and uh, and and they should be able to tell you. What you doing, Oreo? You doing, Oreo? Uh, but uh, but
Well, one thing about the Western medicine, like the statin drugs. I got an echo.
yeah,
The statin drugs increase your glucose level, which can cause you to be diabetic. That's what's going on with my ex. For people that have high cholesterol, they put you on the statin drugs, and then it increases your glucose, and then you have to start taking something to counteract that, like the metformin. But the metformin's not so good either. I don't know. I read a lot of side effects and stuff that are on all these medications, and my mom used to always tell me, if you want to know about the body, you ask a doctor. If you want to know about the drug, you ask the pharmacist. Because they study like 8 years to be a pharmacist, and they know everything about the drugs. That's why they have to have the drug reps go in there and kind of let them know, you know. Yeah, exactly, Cookie. Don't take the statins. But if you have high cholesterol, let me show you something. I'll show you what I take, because I had really high cholesterol and I had really high triglycerides, which is the fat in the blood that clogs your arteries. Let me show it to you. Hang on, I'll show it to you. Okay. Let me see. Hold on. This right here. Let me see if I can show it to you. Can you see it? Whoops. Let me see. That's what I take. I get this from my compounding pharmacist
yeah,
in Goodyear, Arizona.
yeah.
This is berberine. Let me see. It's called berberine hydrochloride. Oh, you can see it.
Yeah.
And I swear by this. And I have the labs to prove it. My triglycerides were probably, I want to say like 170. They were really high. And my cholesterol was way over 200. I've been taking this for at least probably 3 years. And at one point, I was probably maybe about 175, something like that. And after taking this like 3 times a day, that's what my pharmacist told me to take it 3 times a day. He takes it too because he has high cholesterol. My triglycerides went from over 100 and something to 78. And I just went to my cardiologist because heart conditions run in my mom's side of the family. And all my arteries are clear. I have nothing, even though my cholesterol was high, my triglycerides are all high. But since I've been taking this,
Yeah.
and I lost probably 45 pounds,
Yeah.
But this, if you Google search berberine, it's called berberine HCI. But if you Google this,
Yeah.
and you compare it with metformin, which is the prescription they give you to lower your blood sugar if you're like type 2 on your way to a type 1, this is proven as better and it's natural, but the doctors, they won't promote anything that's not medication because they don't get, I don't know if it's perks for it, or they get some kind of cut for whatever they prescribe. I don't know. But I swear by this stuff. I mean, honest to God, I've been taking it for at least 3 years. And it's been so beneficial to me. I mean, I got to the point where I started losing weight when I first got on this.
Mm-hmm.
I got so skinny, I looked like olive oil to the point where I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? I was like too skinny. But
You were not just skin and bone, right?
what?
In other words, you were not but skin and bone, right?
Yeah, even if you go look at my videos like about a year ago when I was at Quartzsite, when I met up with Nomadic Weather Bear and Tim Painter, you can see me because I think on Nomadic Weather Bear's video, he had a video of me pulling up.
Hello, KT. How you doing, gal?
But yeah, it helps you lose weight too. So triglycerides.
Well, my dad, I don't know what, I don't know how much weight he's lost, but he's lost some weight, and I don't know how much he's lost and what he weighs now, but he has lost some weight.
Mm-hmm.
Roy, are you going to buy you one of them diesel heaters? I sort of been looking at them after talking to you the other day. Still sort of leaning toward that wave. I can't find a wave 3. A wave 6 is the only one I can find.
I wonder, do those heaters give off a smell?
Do what?
Do those heaters that you were talking about, do they give off an odor like the propane?
Oh, the wave 3?
Yeah, or what did you call it? The that other heater.
The buddy heater?
No, the buddy heater. I can't handle the buddy heater. That smell. Oh, I can't do it. What's the other heater you were just talking about?
The wave 3 is the one I was talking about, and Roy was talking about the diesel heater.
Oh, the diesel heater. That's what I was gonna say. Is the diesel heater, does it put off a smell?
And they're not supposed to. I think the only smell you get off that diesel heater is just what handling the diesel filling it up.
Yeah. My friend Dan has a diesel heater. He's from Canada. Him and his wife are coming down right now. They're in Hallbrook. He has a diesel heater that he hooked up. But I get kind of sensitive to the buddy heaters. I can't do the.
I threw one of them in the trash.
Huh?
I said I had one of them buddy heaters. I threw it in the trash.
Yeah. I mean, if you're outside and you've got plenty of air around you, it's not so bad. But if you put it in your RV, even if you open the windows, it gives a odor and it's just sickening.
I can't smell that much. It does not. That doesn't bother me. I hate the smell of diesel on my hands.
Oh, propane. Yeah, the Chinese diesel heater. I think that's what Wade has. He has a diesel heater in his rig. I think is what he was telling me. I have a small, I think it's like a 200-watt electric heater, but I can use my power bank, whatever. I'm gonna get a couple of panels before I go out there. I have a regular heater in my RV, but oh no, I'll have to put a couple, two or three of those carbon monoxide detectors because I just don't trust them.
Well, I never run heaters at night when I'm sleeping.
Uh-huh.
Never have any electric heater, maybe.
I mean, I don't mine because my little heater is only about like this big. It's like the size of your hand, maybe a little bit smaller even. It's about like this. It's tiny. And
No, I like to burn my trailer down because one.
yeah, well, you have to secure it pretty well, I guess. You know what I mean? You can't just leave it,
But
you know.
what happens on them things? Your plugs are not. The plugs in an RV are rated for 15 amp,
Or,
and if you take most electric heaters pull way above that, and they'll burn that plug out. They'll burn that little deal out inside the plug.
mm,
And I had one of them burn extension cord. No, not an extension cord, but I burned the cord
the
through.
cord.
When I woke up in the middle of the night, this whole trailer was full of smoke everywhere, fire flying everywhere. Extension cord.
Jeez. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a carbon monoxide detector. But I suppose if I run it, I can leave the windows open, you know. I've got one that's in the trailer or in the RV rather, and then I've got one that I put in there myself. And I just picked up one today, I think as a matter of fact. I stopped at the Goodwill and I found one brand new in the package that is a carbon monoxide detector. So but it gets so cold. Mm. Even
So,
here in Arizona, it gets cold at night.
so my furnace went out. So, yeah, that's right. So, go back in. I'm rewiring this trailer of mine when I'm tearing this desk out. And I'm putting one heavy duty line through with heavy duty plugs on it. And that way I can run whatever I want to. But I'm putting it on breaker box and everything. So that'll stop that.
Yeah.
But the reason I'm looking at these heaters, they're not cheap. They 250, 350, 450. Depends on what you get. But I've got this furnace went out, and the furnace probably cost more than that.
I'm awake, people. I'm just listening. Didn't want to interrupt the conversation. That's the reason why I had said nothing. I was letting them talk.
We had the
Like,
power go out tonight in Phoenix. But I got that, I don't know what kind of a heater.
what I'd really like to do, what you talk about spending some money, is put one of those nautical heaters in. They're
The what?
vented, the ones that go on these sailboats and stuff like that. But man, them heaters are, they're high, but you can burn them. They're vented and everything else. You don't have to worry about them.
What kind of heater?
It's some that go on a boat,
Mm.
nautical heater, but man, they're like $1,200. They're high. There you
Yes,
go. That's back.
I suppose you can can't you put a heavier gauge cord on a heater?
No, it's not the cord. It when they put these RVs together, there's two ways you can hook a wire to it. One of them is a screw. The other one is just a hole in the back of the plug that you stick the wire in. And when you shove that wire in, there's a little bitty thin blade of metal that holds the wire in.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay, it'll burn that piece of metal in too because it ain't made to carry that jam, and so it shorts the plug out. It's not the extension cord; it's the plug that
You
goes. The
know,
plug in your RV.
yeah. Well, I got one of those battery bank things, like the same thing as um fairy dust has. I don't know what it's called. I just used it tonight because our power went out for a little bit tonight in Phoenix. Um, yeah, yeah, that's the thing, to try to figure out. But have you heard of Crisco? To burn Crisco? Have
For
you heard of
what?
it? You take Crisco in a can and you
Oh
put it
yeah.
in another container and you put your wick in there and you burn it and it creates heat. Have you heard of that?
Crisco is everybody uses to cook with. If you read on the can, it's a fuel oil for uh, uh like these candles and like the storm lantern. But it was fuel for them before people got but it's pure animal fat, so it's eatable too. But it was actually just look on the can sometime. A 1 pound can of Crisco, put a wick in it and keep it trimmed, will burn for 72 days.
Yeah, there's a guy on YouTube that was talking about that and he was showing everybody and he said that you could get, you get the heat off, it radiates basically and it burns and burns and burns. But you gotta snip it off. You don't want it to be black, you know. Like,
Oh,
regular
I,
candles, they get black at the end.
I keep several cans of that Crisco, and what you do is I ordered like 100 wicks. I don't know, like $5. And if you want to make a stove out of that thing, you can take and shove 5 or 6 wicks down in it, light off,
That's a good idea.
and it'll make a stove you can cook on top of. There's several things like that you can do. You ever see them take the cardboard and take an old coffee can and roll it up, cut a strip of cardboard and roll it up real tight, shove it down that can and pour paraffin over it, and it'll make a stove that you can cook
Huh.
on.
Yeah, I had thought about doing that the other day when I was in the thrift store. I was looking at they had all these different containers, metal containers, and I thought about trying it.
Oh, I've done that before.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I got to
Well,
get myself another heating blanket before I go because I've only got one.
Cookie, the stove I'm talking about, the diesel stove, but it's not. It's radiant heat off of it. It pulls air from the outside and it vents to the outside. You don't get any fumes inside your boat or your trailer or whatever.
With Crisco?
No, no, this is one of those $5 stoves we're talking about.
Oh. Mm.
That's why they used to put the canaries in the mines because that canary would die quicker than anything else would if you got the poison gas. I think they still do that.
Mm. Yeah, you always got to be careful with anything, even if it's like when it's an open flame and stuff too. I would
Like
probably.
I got a buddy of mine that's got a wood stove in his house, and he went in and sealed that stove off and put a vent pipe and it runs down, picks up fresh air from underneath his house, and then he's got a chimney that runs the fumes out the top, and he can burn it house closed completely up. There's no way he can get any carbon dioxide.
Yeah. My friend Sue that lives up in Sholo, she lives in a schoolie and she's been in it for, I don't know, over 20 years. And she's got a wood burning stove in there. And I can't handle the wood, even the fires, you know. It's just all that smoke. I can't handle it. You know. But
hello, T.
Hey, T.
Hey, Tanya.
Folks, it's been an hour and a half on this thing. It's about time to start shutting her down. I appreciate everybody coming in. We keep thinking about Paul. Can he keep us informed on that?
I will. And I'm gonna crash not too far behind y'all.
No kidding.
I took some NyQuil, so it's starting to kick in now.
I thought you were just agreeing with everything we said the way your head was nodding.
Well, I am that too, but I didn't want to interrupt the conversation. That's the reason why I had said much.
All right, folks. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good night.
Good night, everyone. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.